Many of those arrested were arrested under the bogus Terrorism Act that the government concocted to justify its imprisonments, tortures, and harassments. Some prominent jailed journalists include Reyoot Alemu, Eskinder Nega, and Temesgen Desalegn. These journalists have been recognized by the Committee to Protect Journalists, or CPJ, and have been awarded for their journalism.
It was only a matter of time before Reyoot Alemu was sent to prison. Her country, Ethiopia, has become one of the most oppressive in the world, with numbers of jailed journalists rising steadily each year. Growing internet censorship and new laws designed to make free expression a punishable offense. During the last 2 decades, the ruling Ethiopian People's Revolutionary Democratic Front has adopted increasingly severe methods for halting press coverage deemed critical of the party's actions. International radio frequencies are sporadically blocked for destabilizing propaganda, while outlets like Al Jazeera are accused of indirect support of terrorist groups for reporting on banned Ethiopian political organizations. 79 Ethiopian journalists have been driven into exile during the past decade, the highest number of any country in the world, according to data from the Committee to Protect Journalists. They leave when their lives are threatened in anonymous letters, when their publications are shuttered by the government, or when yet another colleague is beaten and interrogated by the police. But when Alemu did not leave, she did not stop reporting. She moved from one job to another as the publications she worked for were forced to shut down. As a columnist at Fatah, her colleagues say she received threatening phone calls telling her to stop her critical reporting. When she refused, she faced slander in government-controlled media. In the days before she was arrested, Alemu published investigative stories on the government's controversial funding of a dam project. She criticized late Prime Minister Meles Zenawai's intolerance of dissent, comparing his governance to Gaddafi's. She faced down critics and endured a lot of threats. Ultimately, the government used the 2009 anti-terrorism proclamation to jail Alemu for her reporting. And under this law, anyone said to provide moral support to what the government calls terrorist groups, including opposition political parties and some independent media outlets, faces up to 20 years in prison. Alemu is now in her second year of a 5-year sentence, branded as a messenger of terrorists. She is being kept at a notoriously ill-maintained prison on the outskirts of Addis Ababa, where rodents infest the cells and where prisoners of conscience share quarters with those convicted of violent crimes. Early in her prison term, Alemu was offered freedom in exchange for an admission of guilt and information about her journalistic colleagues. When she refused, she was put in solitary confinement for 2 weeks and was denied food and water. This year, she was forced to undergo a painful operation to remove a tumor from her breast. She was given no recovery time and no further treatment before being returned to prison. Her last appeal will be up before the highest court in Ethiopia in just a few days. She has exhausted other judicial options, but plans to maintain her innocence until the very end. When asked to explain her motives for suffering so acutely for her freedom of journalism and expression, Alemu remembers a favorite quote by Schopenhauer. She says, "Life is short, but truth works far and lives long. Let us speak the truth."
እስክንድር ጋር በቃ ከመጨረሻው ቀን ስንብት በኋላ ተገናኘችን ማላቀም ታያችን ማላቀም መንገዱም የለም። ለእስክንድር ነው መልእክት ማስተላለፈው። አንተ ብታልፍም ራእይ ሃያልፍም፣ ለህዝብ ለሀገር ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ዲሞክራሲ ሐሳብን በነጻነት የመግለጽ መብት እንዲከበር ነው መስዋዕት ይሆንከው። መስዋዕትነት ዋጋ አለው። መስዋዕትነትህ ዋጋ አለው በርታ ነው የምለው። በቃ እንግዲህ እስክንድር ሲታሰር የመጀመሪያው አይደለም። የገባበትን ምክንያት ያው እስክንድር ማንም እንደሚያውቀው ጸሐፊ ነው፣ ጋዜጠኛ ነው። በየጊዜው መንግስትን ይተቻል። ሌላ ምንም ምክንያት የለም። የተከሰሰበት ግን ከሱ ጋር የማይወክለው ከስሙ ጋር የማይሄድ አሸባሪ ተብሎ ነው። እስክንድር ጋዜጠኛ ነው፣ አሸባሪ አይደለም። ምንም ነገር ማለፍ የማይችል ነገ እታሰራለሁ፣ ነገ ሌላ ነገር ይደርስብኛል ብሎ ዛሬን ከመጻፍ ወደ ኋላ ማይል ከዛሬ 7 ዓመት በፊት እርግጥ ነው እስር ቤት አብረን ነበርን። አብረንነት ያዝ ነው ወደ ማዕከላዊ እስር ቤት ይዘውን ሄዱ። አንድ ላይ እርጉዝ ነበርኩ። እርጉዝም ሆኔን አላቅም ነበረ። እዛ ከገባው ቼክ አፕ አድርጌ ነው እርጉዝ መሆኔን የሚያወቅኩት። እስር ቤት ውስጥ እርጉዝ መሆን በጣም ከባድ ነው። ከስሩ በላይ በጣም ትልቅ ሸክም ነው። እንደምታውቀው እስክንድር አሁን የ18 ዓመት ፍርደኛ ነው። ይሄ ህፃን ልጅ አለ መሃላችን ላይ ክፉና ደጉን እየለየ ነው። እስክንድር እንደሚለው ጥላቻ ይዞ እንዲያድግ አልፈልግም ብሏል። የልጁም ጭንቅላት በጣም እየተጎዳ ነው። እንደ ልጅ አይደለም የሚያስበው፣ እንደ ልጅ አይደለም የሚጫወተው። ከሰኞ እስከ ዓርብ ትምህርት ቤት ያሳልፋል። ቅዳሜና እሁድ አባቱ ጋር ቃሊቲ ይውላል። ከዛ ሲመለስ ከህፃናቶች ጋር ተጫውቶ ስትለው የልጅ ጨዋታ ያቅም። እስክንድርም በቃ አንቺ እኔን የምትደግፊኝ ከሆነ ከጎን ነኝ የምትይ ከሆነ አደራ ልበልሽ ልጄን ከቁም ነገር አድርሽልኝ። በቃ የኔ ነገር ጊዜው ሊረዝም ሊያጥርም ይችላል የምወጣበት፣ ልጄን ግን አደራ። እኔም መተኛት አቅቶኛል። የመጣ ሲጠይቀኝ ሁሌ ሰቀቀን ውስጥ ገባለሁ። አምነስቲ በተደጋጋሚ ኢትዮጵያ ውስጥ ስለሚካሄደው የሰብአዊ መብት ገፈፋ፣ ስለ ጋዜጠኞች መታሰር ዛሬ ውጤት አላመጣም፣ ነገ ውጤት አላመጣም አይደለም፣ ውጤት ያመጣል። በርቱ፣ ጠንክሩ። ኢትዮጵያ ላይ ያላችሁ ትኩረት አሁን የሚቀጥል ነው የምለው። ሌሎችም የታሰሩ እንደ እስክንድር አይነት ሌሎችም ጋዜጠኞች ላይ የምታረጉትን ነገር ይቀጥል። ጥረታችን ውጤት አላመጣም አትበሉ፣ ተስፋ አትቁረጡ፣ ውጤት ያመጣል፣ በርቱ ነው የምለው።
According to the European Union, in its recent attempt to investigate the situation of prisoners, and particularly that of political prisoners and journalists, it was denied access by the government. As of August 2014, according to the CPJ, 5 independent magazines and a weekly newspaper have been charged by Ethiopia's Justice Ministry, a move that may add to the long lists of shuttered publications and Ethiopian journalists in exile. 14 journalists who have been working for these magazines have been forced into exile.